morning, America, world, recovery family, people. Hey, positive and productive. It's me, super positive. Productive, questionable. Just kidding. Maybe it's one of those things like, do as I say, not as I do, maybe, but I did make it here, so I'm at least a little bit productive. All right, positive and productive. I'm really excited about today's activity. Shocker, nerd status, level 100, I guess. I don't know. I'm a word nerd, not a number nerd. If you're a number nerd, you let me know. What level of positivity am I at? So I'm super excited about today's activity, but I just want to wait a bit to have other people join. And I appreciate all of you that are here already. I think this is a great way to start a Monday, preferably for you. But even if it isn't for you, like it's nice for me to have something to focus on. And I have read so many self-help books and so many articles that it's really nice to have an outlet for this information. Just like with everything, use what you can, adapt it to your own style and needs, and throw away the rest. Because that's kind of how I've approached it, and the way that I maintain focus and stay productive in life is a conglomeration of all of these things. And I was kind of laughing the other day. I was having a conversation with somebody and this person said they were a procrastinator, and I was like, no way, I would never think that about you. Which reminded me that a lot of the things that seem very put together about me to the outside world are results of behaviors I've had to cultivate to combat my true nature. So when I talk about productivity, it's not because I'm some type of expert. It's because I'm actually a legit failure on many levels and in many ways. And I've had to work really hard to develop this stuff. So yeah. So my friends who are listening, we're going to start with a little experiment to show you how today's productivity exercise works. And what I want you to do right now is say the word silk 5 times. Silk, 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 silk. I even wore a silky shirt for this joke. All right, so said it 5 times. Say it one more time, silk. Now spell it, S-I-L-K. What do cows drink? Hopefully you said milk, because that proves my point. But they literally drink water and they make milk. Which is just a funny, silly way to talk about something that happens in behavioral psychology. And again, I'm not an expert. But there's Pavlov was a psychologist, and he's famously known for Pavlov's dog, or this experiment where every time he fed his dog, he would ring a bell. And if you have a dog out there, you know that when it's time to eat, dogs tend to salivate. Also, so do Lisa's, particularly if it's Taco Tuesday. And what happened is he developed this cognitive relationship. So when the dog heard the bell, the dog knew it was time to eat. And eventually he could pull away the food and he could ring the bell and the dog would salivate even though there was no food there or food coming to the dog. So that's just a way to use our subconscious mind and create triggers for things to happen. This happens all of the time naturally, but if we don't take control of those behaviors, the triggers could lead us to things that we're not used to, or maybe we don't even desire in our lives. Well, let me be more specific with an example. For me, I don't walk down particular aisles in the grocery store because they become a trigger, a subconscious trigger for me to buy sweets and then eat them when I get home. So I just avoid that altogether. What I want to do is teach you how to empower yourself to create your own triggers. So today's productivity tip is using music as a trigger for productivity. What does that look like? Every single time I work out, I have a specific playlist that I play, which puts me in the mood. So just like Pavlov and his dog, right? He rang the bell while he was feeding the dog. It relates those two things in the subconscious mind. What's happened is over time, that music cues me to be in the mood to work out. And the beauty of it is now when I have one of those days, because we all have them, where I'm like, ugh, I love working out, but I just don't feel like it. I have so much to do, etc., etc. I put on that playlist and it's like a instant mood switch. This doesn't just apply to fitness though. Another thing is I struggled with hand washing dishes for a long time. I don't know about you out there, but the feeling of dirty food water on my hands is so disgusting to me. And I know that I could wear gloves, but that's like a whole other sensory thing I don't want to deal with. But obviously, I'm a mom and an adult, so I have to wash dishes, even if I have a dishwasher. So what I did was not with music, but YouTube. I love podcasts and information, so I deprived myself of them and only allowed myself to listen to the particular podcast that I enjoyed while I was doing dishes. And just like with that dog experiment, right? The bowel and the food, every time I had a desire to listen to a podcast, I also developed a desire to do dishes, which was something new for me. So now instead of dishes being a chore that I hate, it's actually a treat I look forward to. I do the same thing with moods. Like I love Spotify. Not that I'm plugging any particular app out there, but that's just what works for me. And I have playlists listed on moods or activities. I have my run playlist, my PR playlist for when I have to lift really heavy. I call it feel good jams. So if I'm in a bad mood, this is a group of songs that I always initially listened to when I was in a good mood. So develop that relationship. Then once that was tied in my brain subconsciously, I can pick up that playlist at any time and it's going to engage me in that mood. So my challenge for you is to pick an activity that you want to be productive with and pick a song and or create a playlist to put with that activity. So they're always related. You can have a work playlist, you can have a fitness playlist, a cleaning playlist, whatever it is. But yeah, that's my positive and productive tip for you this Monday. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Since it is Monday and Facebook Live is really great at having recordings that exist, but not really with this collaborative piece, I am going to post a Zoom hangout on Rockcovery's page. So if you want to just spend 15 minutes drinking coffee, chatting about productivity, or telling me your own strategies, because I would love this to be a two-way street, you can just go ahead and go to that link. I'm a little slow this Monday, so it might take me a minute or two to set it up. But I would absolutely love to see all of you. And also, before I sign off, I just want to remind you that at Rockcovery, we're about health and wellness. That has changed drastically, as all of our lives have, with staying at home and staying away from the center for the time being to keep everyone safe and healthy. But what has not changed is our mission, right? And wellness looks very different during different times and seasons of our lives. Let us know how we can help develop your wellness and what classes are working and what ones you'd like to see. And also know when your wellness drops, we are here for you as a support. We have peers waiting for you. We have programs. Reach out. You can call the main line. You can message us through Facebook. You can send us an email. And we will get back to you. And if we can't personally be a part of the process of helping you find your own journey to wellness, we're going to hook you up with someone or an organization that can. So just keep that in mind and pass it on to anyone you know. And Brian made a really great point, which I think is important for all of us to remember. We have to watch what we listen to, what we watch, and what we eat. It all plays a role in our levels of positivity, and that is so true. And something I know if you go to his meditation at 11 o'clock today, you can do something really great for your own wellness. in touch. I am going to go ahead and open up that Zoom hangout if you want to have coffee and chat about anything positive or productive. Either way, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you. Bye.